up with Friday's story involving a heavy police presence at South Market and Boundary Road, Sioux Police have confirmed the arrest of 3 individuals as a result of a break-and-enter and robbery. It is alleged that around 10:30 a.m., 31-year-old Tyler Ross of Trunk Road, 21-year-old Brady Gavreau of Anna Street, and 35-year-old Jason Gilbert of Vera Street attended the residence of a person known to them in the 100 block of South Market and entered the residence. The homeowners were home and the accused males, who were armed with a bat, began demanding items from the residence. The males took various items while threatening the people inside. Police arrived a short time later and all 3 males were taken into custody. The union representing Canada Post employees says workers in 5 southern Ontario communities have walked off the job as rotating strikes across the country enter the 3rd week. The Canadian Union of Postal Workers says the workers in Amherstburg, Delhi, Owen Sound, Sarnia, and St. Thomas began striking just after midnight today. CUPW says employees in Newfoundland and the Ontario communities of Brantford, Fort Erie, Guelph, Simcoe, St. Catharines, and Welland returned to work early this morning after striking for 24 hours. The union says it has called on a national overtime ban for both of its major bargaining units at Canada Post, meaning postal workers will not work more than an 8-hour day and no more than a 40-hour week. The union and the Postal Service have been unable to reach new collective agreements for 2 bargaining units after 10 months of negotiations. Canada Post has said that the rotating strikes have affected operations in more than 70 communities across the country, including right here in Sault Ste. Marie, causing backlogs that could delay mail delivery to its customers for several days. 4 local agricultural operations have made an appearance at this year's Royal Agricultural Winter Fair in Toronto, spreading the northern taste. Old Mill Maple Works featured maple sugar, candies, and a maple mint sauce. Mountain Maple Products offered their maple syrup. Queen's Tarts showed off a variety of treats, and Thompson Strawberry Farm encouraged visitors to try their jam. The National Aluminum Associations of North America have issued a joint letter urging a rapid end to tariffs within the trading bloc on aluminum products. The National Associations of Canada, Mexico, and the United States say in the letter sent to the federal leaders of the 3 countries that tariffs should be removed before the new North American trade agreement is signed. They say the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement cannot work for the aluminum industry without exempting Canada and Mexico from Section 232 tariffs or quotas. The associations state that no tariffs or quotas are needed because of action already taken by the 3 countries, including anti-dumping investigations by the U.S., Canada's move to prevent transshipment and diversion of aluminum and steel, and Mexico's initiation of an anti-dumping case against Chinese aluminum foil imports from China. Ontario Premier Doug Ford shuffled his cabinet Monday, just months after taking the reins of the province, a significant and unexpected restructuring that followed the resignation of one of his top ministers. The move, which saw 6 progressive conservative legislators reassigned, was announced in a release Monday morning, prompting suggestions from critics that Ford's government was struggling and calls for the Premier to explain his decision. Ford did not give reasons for the new appointments, but said in the statement that the shuffle would help his government achieve its goals. Ford said Progressive Conservative House Leader Todd Smith will take on the additional role of Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade to replace Jim Wilson, who stepped down on Friday. John Yakubowski, who served as Transportation Minister, will become Minister of Natural Resources and Forestry. Jeff Urich, who held the Natural Resources portfolio, will take on the transportation file. Sylvia Jones will take over the job of Community Safety and Correctional Services Minister from Michael Tibolo, who will become the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Sport. Bill Walker will join Cabinet by succeeding Smith as Minister of Government and Consumer Services. Some caucus positions are also shifting, with Lauren Coe appointed Government Caucus Whip and Doug Downey Deputy Whip. Ford said all other ministerial, parliamentary assistant, and government caucus and committee roles will remain unchanged.